friends of Vinyl Community, it's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records, and today I want to talk about inner sleeves. So inner sleeves is a fun topic because many people have different opinions on inner sleeves. Whether to keep the original sleeve with the vinyl in it, whether to replace the original sleeve, what to do with paper sleeves, what people think of paper sleeves, what about the big expensive MoFi sleeves, things like that. So I recently tried a new sleeve. It's an archival sleeve like the MoFi sleeve, and I just kind of wanted to give you my opinions on that sleeve, but talk a little bit about sleeves in general. So most of us are familiar with sleeves like this, and of course this. This is your standard sleeve that most records come in. It's just a generic paper sleeve, nothing fancy, nothing special, but it's cheap, and record companies will typically put the vinyl that they print into these sleeves and send them to you as the consumer. So what do you do with them? Do you keep your albums in them? Do you replace them? I replace them, and I'll tell you why. I've noticed a lot of times, especially with the newer sleeves, not as much on the old paper sleeves, but on the newer paper sleeves, I get a lot of residue on my vinyl from these sleeves. So I've slowly been trying to replace all the records I have with a better, more upgraded sleeve to protect not only the vinyl, but also to keep them dust and debris free. And what I've noticed is, as I pull some of them out that I haven't replaced yet and put them on the turntable, I notice a lot of white specks of paper, dust, a lot of stuff that gets on the sleeves, or on the album from the sleeve that it's in there. And so I started replacing the sleeves probably 2 years ago on my albums, and the first sleeve that I bought was a sleeve from my local record store, and it's a nice sleeve. It's a generic, but it is a polyline sleeve, so it's got the rice paper polyline sleeve in here, and these work really well. I didn't notice a lot of debris going on my albums from that point forward and all that stuff, but it just still wasn't the look I was really going for. Now, I know a lot of record collectors will put their albums in outer sleeves. I am not a fan of outer sleeves, so I do not do that. But this isn't the kind of sleeve that you would typically want if you're going to do that, because a lot of people will put the record out. So I then found these sleeves at my local store, and this is what most people will recommend. This is the MoFi Original Master Sleeves Archival sleeve. So this is a nice clear front with a nice poly paper, rice paper back, and it is anti-static, and it looks nice. When a record is inside it, it looks beautiful. You can see everything, you can see the label, all that stuff. So most people will generally gravitate towards these. Now these run anywhere from $20 to $25 for a 50 pack. Which, that can be quite a bit of money, especially if you have, 1,000 or more records to replace. That adds up pretty quick. But these are definitely the best sleeves out there, in my opinion, on the market. So when I go to get these, I pick these up at my local down the valley, and they're great. They have them usually around $20 a package, which is fantastic if you ask me. A good price for a 50 pack, and so I'll usually would end up picking up 1 or 2 packages. But every once in a while, they will be all out of these, and I will be left without a sleeve. I did try a sleeve that you can find on Amazon that is similar to that, and I thought it worked just great. I had no problems with that sleeve. But they were the same price, around the $18 to $20 range for a 50 pack there. So the other day I was over at Ramble On Records, which is a local store here in Shakopee, Minnesota, and I go there probably once a month to peruse what they have in their bins, and I noticed he had boxes full of new stuff. So I was looking through those, and I saw outer sleeves, I saw 45 sleeves, I saw paper sleeves, and then I found these sitting in the box as well. These are Vinyl Styl Archival Quality Inner Sleeves. So I asked the owner, I said, okay, how much do these run? He looked it up quick, and he hadn't priced anything out yet, so he offered them to me for $10 a package. So I jumped on it and grabbed 2 packages. So as I've been cleaning my records that I've had in my stack for a while, I decided to start using these sleeves to see what I thought of them compared to your typical MoFi inner sleeve. So the first thing I want to say about these sleeves is, I really think they look sharp. They look the same, other than the logo. They have the same look. Clear outside, nice polyline paper sleeve inside, and it's a really nice. The other thing is this is heavier, so it feels more heavy duty than the MoFi sleeve, and I kind of dig that. It's got a thicker back to it, about the same on the clear side, the front, about the same thickness there, but the back is much thicker than the MoFi sleeve, and I kind of dug that. And then what I had heard about these, I read a little bit about them, is that they rip easily. I'm not going to rip it because that would be stupid, but what I saw was some people had problems where it would rip here. So I've replaced probably 30 sleeves or more already of my first 50 pack, and I have run into only one issue, and that issue was completely 100% my fault. So what happened was I had a record and I had opened my sleeve up to put it in, and I accidentally slipped out of my hands and dropped in, and it split on the bottom here. Completely my fault for having it drop in there. So I do not blame the sleeve for that. I would imagine that if I did the same thing on this MoFi sleeve, it would probably split the same way, just because of the speed and the weight of the album going down in there. So I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the quality of these sleeves. I think that they rank right up there, if not exactly as good as the original master sleeves from the MoFi. And I wouldn't hesitate recommending anyone to try these out and see what you think. I think they're great, and for the price, I will gladly purchase a bunch of these to use on my records going forward, because the price difference is well worth it to me, and the quality I think is very on par. Now, I noticed that some of the people who reviewed these sleeves before had a completely different packaging, so I'm wondering if this is the newer version that I was able to pick up of the sleeves, and maybe they had a better build quality than the ones that people had tried before. I would guess that that is the case on these. So if you're looking for these sleeves, don't hesitate to look for this package. It's a Vinyl Styl is the brand. They make a whole bunch of cleaning pieces and a bunch of different types of sleeves, inner, outer, all those kind of things. So I would have to say I recommend these. This model is the VS-P-011. They come in a package of 50, and like I said, my guy offered them to me for $10. I'm guessing they retail around the $15 range, so it's cheaper than the MoFi sleeves for sure, and I would say just as good a quality. So I don't hesitate on using these in the future, and will continue to put my new records and my replacements that I find in there into these sleeves as well. So there you go. That is my look at the vinyl inner sleeves. These ones from Vinyl Styl. Talked a little bit about what I had, my journey to the sleeves. I definitely, these are definitely top-notch sleeves, and when they're on sale, I will definitely pick them up. But for now, if I can still get these for around the $10 to $15 range, I will probably grab these because I think they're just as good. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments below. Do you use inner sleeves? Do you replace your inner sleeves when you get them? Do you leave the old ones in? Why not? Things like that. Love to interact with you and talk to you about inner sleeves and your habits on inner sleeves. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you along for the ride going forward. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That is awesome to see, and it also, I believe, helps the video get put into rotations on other things. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, keep spinning, vinyl friends.